Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
I tell you what, guys, it is. I mean, when I play my theme song, because I actually play it, you know, of course I dub it over before when I edit the podcast. I put it back at the beginning, but I use my iTunes to play it, and I'm just looking at all the movies that are just coming out, man, and I'm like, God damn, Ad Astra, Ready or Not, do not sleep on Ready or Not, great fucking horror movie. Thriller movie. And then, of course, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, as well as Ad Astra. Don't sleep on those if you haven't. I haven't seen Angels Fallen or Last Blood. And then, of course, there's It Chapter 2, which, of course, didn't make as much money as the first one. People were like, oh my God. But it's like, no, guys, you gotta realize. I mean, I even said it. I mean, well, first off, the second part was always the weaker part. Even when you watched like the original miniseries, because it's just not as scary when they're adults. That's just the way it is. Second part wasn't always as freaky. So I can understand why people just were like, whatever, I know what happens, kind of thing, even though I thought it was done pretty damn well. But altogether, that movie made $1 billion. One movie, if you think about it, made $1 billion. It was basically a fucking 4 or 5 hour movie, but it was like $1 billion. They made over $1 billion. And the budgets for both, was like probably under 200, I'm thinking, or maybe just over. So you just got to look at it like that. Both budgets, because I know the first one was really low budget. The second one was just under $2 million, something like that. So altogether, it was like a little over $200 million. And both of it together made over $1 billion. So don't worry, guys. What's happening? Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast. Man, I went off on a tangent there. I mean, not to mention there's a lot of good movies out there right now. Just so much to select from. I didn't go see a movie tonight, guys. By the way, I'm recording this on a Thursday, not a Wednesday like I normally do. It's just because I had just too much shit's been going on with some of these videos, and that Cavill video I needed to get out. I should have got it out the day before, but I was like, no, I got to edit. And it was like, it was a longer video, longer than usual. I mean, you guys watched it. I actually fucked up on one part. Somebody pointed out. I missed an edit. I don't know how I missed an edit, but I missed an edit. So there's like a pause there where I was supposed to do a jump cut. Did not do a jump cut. It's probably not the first time it's happened. It's difficult to I basically watch as I go. And I probably should just watch the whole. I mean, not with everything. With some of it, I watch the whole thing. But if it's just like your basic, okay, I'm just going to talk about certain things video, I just watch as I go. And usually it's A-okay. But sometimes, yeah, I'll miss an edit. I'll miss something. And it's just the way it is. And I know it's a bad habit. I shouldn't. It's just saving time. When I know I don't know. I would say probably more than half the time I do that. But when it's with the longer, more in-depth videos, I should really just not have that habit. Anything else, like Casual Batman, of course, I watch over and over and over again. Because it's just, that's supposed to be just pure comedy beats and everything like that. So, and by the way, I'm drinking wine tonight, guys. Yeah, a little Pinot Noir. Back on that stuff. Because I was just like, you know what? Haven't had wine in a while. It's finally getting cold outside. Even though right now it's not really. Right now it's 57 degrees outside, but holy fuck, guys. Holy fuck, did it get super ass cold in Southern California on Thanksgiving. My God. I mean, I kind of spoke about it on the vodka stream, or the whiskey stream, I should say, last week. Yeah, it got super fucking cold. Where I lived, it was raining, and it got down to 43 degrees. 43 degrees. So then in certain spots, it was just snowing. You guys were very, if you guys watched the vodka stream, you know about Amanda. She lives about 25 minutes away, but she's at a higher elevation. So she posted a video where it was just snowing. It was crazy. And then where I was going, to my mom's house, they got a little bit of snow. It was just nuts. And I had to drive, too, in that weather. I had to cut through these hills to get to my mom's. And it was, it was quite an adventure, that's for sure. But hopefully your Thanksgiving was fantastic. Ours pretty damn good. There were supposed to be 3 family members, my cousin and her 2 kids. They're supposed to come down, but they live like way the fuck, like up the mountain. And since it was bad weather, they didn't make it down. So it was all good because, she wasn't missed because we all have that cousin, right? That just doesn't shut the fuck up. Watch. This would be the first time she actually listens to it. This is to my podcast. No, she's just she's a unique one. We're practically the same age. We grew up and we were fine when we were growing up together, but man, just heading into adulthood, it just got a little weird. So it was just me, my brother, my nephew, my aunt, and my mom. And it was delicious. And you know what I did? I did something a little different this year when it came to Thanksgiving because, last year I was still healing from my surgery. So this year, because I've told you guys about what I do with when it comes to consuming food, what my diet is like and how I try to be as healthy as possible. But of course, when it comes to holidays, are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to eat whatever the hell. I don't give a shit. So, but I told you guys I do intermittent fasting, which I still do, of course. I do it pretty much I try to do it every day but Friday. And like I said, oh man, this is what I love about Fridays, man. I'm going to get some kind of breakfast burrito, breakfast sandwich. I don't know. It's going to be gross and delicious. That's all I know. There's plenty of places around my work I stopped by. I just don't know. I'm not hungry right now, so I'm not thinking about it too much. But I'm like, do I go to Jack in the Box? Get, they have a really good mocha iced coffee, and I love their extreme sausage sandwich. Do I go to Mickey D's, get the McGriddles? What do I do? But then there's a place that's not really a big franchise place that serves a really good breakfast burrito. And I'm like, I guess we'll figure it out tomorrow. But like I said, guys, that's what I do. I try to intermittent fast, which is basically just skipping breakfast. Not really, though, because I'll make breakfast just at fucking 2 o'clock or something. And then during the week, I just get lunch or whatever. I try to, strictly stick with the protein and veggies, and skip the carbs. So what I did for Thanksgiving, my mom was like, okay, be here at 2. So I went, cool. So I woke up and I was just chilling, and I just really didn't. I was just kind of being lazy. I don't even remember what I watched. But I didn't eat anything until about 12:30. Almost 1 o'clock, between 12:30 and 1. And all I ate was a few slices of roast beef and some cheese. That's it. Just small. Just to break the fast a little bit, Just to do that. So then I went to my mom's house basically hungry. And I had 2 fucking plates of everything she had to offer. Turkey, rolls, stuffing, corn. My brother made these special kind of cheesy potatoes, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, and get the fuck away with that cranberry shit. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of the cranberry. I don't know. You guys probably are. Maybe some of you are. But I'm not a fan of the cranberry. She also had applesauce. You know what? I decided not to go sweet. I was like, yeah, the applesauce sounds good, but I'm like, hey, it's just for some reason when you have that one spot on your plate that goes from everything is like savory to sweet, and it just kind of throws your taste buds off. Throws mine off. That's all I gotta say. It throws mine off. It's like I'll drink something sweet for some reason that works. Like I had a Pepsi. We didn't drink any alcohol. I mainly because I drive back, especially in shitty weather. Trust me, I drank when I got back and watched The Irishman. You gotta drink and watch The Irishman, which is a good movie. You guys saw my review. So yeah, it was just it was delicious, and it worked. It worked out with that. And then my brother bought these double chocolate big cookies. Had that with fucking milk, and then right after that had a mocha iced coffee. And it was just like, Jesus Christ. It was just so satisfying. I don't know why. It was just so satisfying because it just was perfect. And then, of course, you wake up and you just sit on the toilet and shit it all out. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully I give thanks to that too. And originally, too, guys, I was actually supposed to work. My stupid company was going to make us work because there was like a faulty thing that happened. I won't go into the details, but they were saying like, oh, yeah, we're actually supposed to be open. But everybody was like, we already made plans, this, that, and this. And then I didn't have really any plans, so I was like, fuck it. As long as you guys give me a floating holiday in December, and they were going to do that. But then I got sick last week, guys, which is mainly the reason why I didn't have a podcast. It was going around the stupid office, you know how it is, especially when you have these new moms. And this one came from a mom who was just like, always sick, always, you know. Started spreading it around, and one of my coworkers got really sick. And he was like, it took him like two and a half weeks just to get over it. And I'm like, I'm fighting it because I try to just, drink water, flush anything out, black coffee, anything that just, and I tried. But then, Sunday, I started feeling it. I started feeling the scratchy throat. And then Monday, I was like, no. And I was just pounding water, coffee. And I was just trying to just flush it out as best I could. And then I went to sleep, and I thought I was going to be victorious. I mean, like I said, I gave my white blood cells that pep talk that Penguin gave the Penguins in Batman Returns. I tried to be like, come on, let's do this, let's fighting for our lives. And I don't even remember what he fucking said to the Penguins, but I give the war speech, and it didn't work out. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning with just like my face pounding, my face was pounding. I couldn't lay still. My body, I could tell, was just really trying to fight whatever. And and then it felt like it kept shifting. Like, I'd feel congestion in my chest, and then my face would feel blah, and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I said, I'm not going into work. Fuck this. So I called off, and then I just had a day of just trying to flush it out more and just, sleeping on the couch. It sucked, but I watched that fucking Ted Bundy movie on Netflix. That was a good movie with Zac Efron. That was pretty good. I finally caught that. Watched a couple documentaries. Obviously Ford v Ferrari came out, so they have the 24-hour war on Netflix, co-directed by Adam Carolla, and then he also did the Shelby doc that was on there. So I watched both of those because after watching Ford v Ferrari, it was like, I want to know a little bit more about this shit, about the real people. Really good docs. So go watch them. I forgot what else I watched. I think I watched Star Trek. Yeah, there was a Star Trek marathon on like IFC, so I watched like Wrath of Khan and Search for Spock. So I watched those two. It's just mainly all that, and then I was feeling better. Did I do a video? I think I did do videos, some kind of stuff. Yeah, I did do some stuff, because some stuff came out. I forgot what, but yeah. So yeah, I was sick, but it's all gone now. It's all gone. Luckily, just my body is, I got a pretty strong immune system. What can I say? Usually, the last time I got really sick was actually like 2.5 years ago, so. I mean, I've had, like, food poisoning and stuff like that since. But to be, like, sick like that, it's been a while, so it's been pretty good. But, let's talk a little bit more about what's going on with the, what's that thing called? The Snyder Cut! Jesus Christ. It's just funny how much... I mean, we had that week, a couple weeks ago, when it all went crazy, and Snyder coordinated and organized with his fans to do the effort of getting it to trend, and he dropped more images and he dropped more stuff that really just woke the fuck out of Warner Brothers DC. Big time woke the fuck out of them. You know what's funny is, Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns, if they're on any kind of social media, they know that they're seeing that shit. Oh, those guys. But yeah, it's just been, it's crazy. And then this week, Snyder was just like, after the whole Cavill comments, and, I've told you guys many times why. I'm like, of course the guy's he's not locked in. He wants a new Superman movie. I know some people have already cast him like out. They disowned him. Fuck Cavill. This, that, and this. Just like but those guys, the people who've done that, they've also said fuck Patty Jenkins, fuck James Wan. They said fuck Gal Gadot at one point, but of course when she posted release Snyder Cut, they kissed her ass. And you know what it is. It's just that's just the way it is with certain things. There's always going to be a level of hypocrisy, right? With Ben Affleck doing it, that was like the biggest thing. But man, I heard that there was a possibility that Cavill might do it, but it just seemed so off the cut. I don't know. There's just no way in the position that he's in. And, and some people didn't want to believe that he was probably the least devoted to Snyder, and it's true, which is kind of weird at the same time because it all started with Cavill. It all started with Man of Steel. You would think he'd be the most devoted. But it's just actors are actors, man. Cavill is Cavill. Cavill's looking out for himself. He wants to be the big cheese. He wants to be out there, and he wants to move forward. I still remember seeing that guy walk in to the premiere of Justice League, and I'm just thinking, does this guy realize the movie opens up with his face fucked up? Does he realize that? Oh God, just watching those guys walk into there, and it makes you just wonder, did they actually sit there and watch this movie when they know all the shit that happened, and they know that they shot a completely different movie? It was just weird, man. It was just very weird to just be standing there taking pictures as they were walking in and just realizing what the fuck. And then, oh man, I felt like shit just going home because Snyder wasn't there, and I just knew just weird shit was going on. But of course, I put on a face, and I try to be positive when I did my videos, but yeah, deep down I was like, no, they fucked this movie up. They de-Snydered it. Oh, man. This is so stupid. I wish I can go back and just be like, no, just start fucking just telling the truth. And then the second time I watched it, I basically reviewed it as just watch it like it's a Justice League animated movie wrapped in flesh. But it's still, with all the stuff we know, it's like I can't even watch it like that. It's so hard to watch. But yeah, it's just... But, look what's been happening lately. My God. Snyder's... just the fact that he is... And that's what's funny, is he is on Twitter. There's no doubt about it that he's on Twitter. He's got probably just a small account, just a whatever account. And I guarantee you he's looking over things. How else would he have solved the Scott Mendelson thing? And then he was all, this is my opportunity to be like, fucking A. And he did it. And he just dropped the mic on that shit. So I have no doubt that he does that. And I just wonder, like, does he see all the BS? The BS that's been about. I ran into some BS today because, I don't know, I think I was feeling frisky today. I try to avoid all that shit because of what happened with everything, with all the stuff, with, people who didn't like what I had to say and everything. Even though all I had to say was just information that was being fed, and a lot of it was true, and a lot of it still is like up in the air on whether it's going to be true. The biggest spin that really fucking got those guys really upset was when he released that Yuxas, whatever picture, and I said, and I just went, you know what, Snyder's smart. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said, Snyder's smart. He's putting it in black and white because it hides those imperfections. And they spun it as that he was hiding things from us and this, that, and this. And I remember that was like a big one. And all I was just saying was, I was actually saying how brilliant the man was. And even Clay Enos, I forgot, I think maybe on Twitter or somewhere, he even said, like, why are you guys adding color? Why are you guys adding color to these images. Snyder posted them in black and white for a reason. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I was trying to articulate. Because Snyder knows what to do with the shot. He knows little tricks. I mean, go back to my podcast with Chris Dawson. He explains how Snyder achieves his special effects and why they look so much better. And I always said one of the reasons why his effects always look so much better is because he doesn't have shit happening in broad daylight. Shit's happening at dawn or at night. So you can hide little imperfections. But of course that got spun around and it's just, wow. I remember that was like a big thing. It's amazing how far we've come. And yeah, it's still happening. Somebody with a following posted something today and I went, hey, yeah, this needs to stop. There's some people out there that think that they are calling people part-timers or whatever because they're not on their Twitter and they're not tweeting about the Snyder Cut 24/7 because they have lives. Yeah, some people just like, hey, they still do it or they came in later and blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, so then there's some people that are just kind of doing the gatekeeping thing and just saying fuck anybody who doesn't tweet out all the time or blah, blah, blah. And somebody with a following, this nice lady, nice woman, with like over 5,000, she was like, what the hell is this? I've been called this. What the fuck? And these guys don't realize that they're screaming into an echo chamber and that they are considered the toxic ones. When they talk about the toxic Snyder Cut fandom, it's them. It's this loud minority. It is them. I've seen their tweets show up in articles when they talk about the toxic part of the fandom. And they just don't realize it. They have morals or whatever the fuck. I've talked to these. I've tried to reason with these guys. Like, what the fuck? Why do you have to be like that? Especially right now. They don't realize, I don't think they realize how delicate the situation is right now. What's going on behind the scenes. The fact that Warner Brothers is really looking at it, but they're not going to if they're going to see a bunch of fanboys that are just super pissed and saying, fuck Warner Brothers, I'm going to download your shit and this, fuck your new movies, fuck this, fuck that. You think they're going to give these people the Snyder Cut? They're not. They're going to give fans who want to see it, who are positive, that they know they're going to get some bang for their buck, that's what they're going to do. And it's funny because these guys, they wish that they could get the Snyder Cut out without anybody else's help. They wish that nobody else would help. It was just their little core group, which is very, very small. They wish it was just them that got the Snyder Cut out, and that's it. That they achieved it. They don't want, bigger, they don't want some bigger voices out there to help get it out. Okay? And then when certain people, like bigger people, like, I don't know, people from Collider, this and this, instead of just being like, sweet, they're on our side now. Awesome. Now we're spreading the word. They get petty and just start being like, oh, you're a hypocrite. Remember when you said this? You said it didn't exist. You said it didn't exist. That's just counterproductive. It's really counterproductive. Can we wait till afterwards to start doing that shit? That's what I would suggest, is wait till after the thing is out. Then you can start calling people on their shit. But people change their fucking minds all the time. I mean, I love the whole thing. It's like, I'm getting that shit too. I was getting it today. These guys were trying to rub it in my face when I was a fanboy, giving my opinion about, no, there's no way that Warner Brothers is trying to reshoot this whole movie. And they're throwing videos 2.5 years ago that I posted when I didn't believe the rumors. And it didn't sound logical to me. Which, of course, it didn't sound logical to anybody. But they were trying to use that against me. Did not make any sense at all. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? We all were like this. And so many people have said that. Like, oh yeah, I totally didn't believe it too. I was being positive. And like, yeah. And that's why I changed my tone after it all came out. And these guys just like sit around. All they want to do is fight with people. And be petty with it. And it's just like, it's not the time to do that right now. Any support is good support right now. Any and all. Doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, how long you've been there. No matter if you've been there since day one and tweeting about it every fucking day since then, or whether you just started tweeting about it a month ago and you just, every now and then tweet something or post something. Guess what? When it comes out, we all just get to watch it. Okay? Nobody's going to get a fucking gold medal for, getting it all out. But there's some people that want that clout. Like, there's one in particular person who said that hopefully when these people watch it, it's in the back of their minds that it took my activism. I'm like, wow. No one's going to give a fuck. When they're watching it, they're just going to be excited to watch it. No one's going to give a fuck about it. It's like, yeah, that's what you're hoping for? This is not what this is about. This is not what it's about at all. It's crazy. I mean, it's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, I think they would just wish that they could just get it out without anybody else. Without anybody else. I don't know. It just seems like that sometimes. So, I don't know. It's all about being nice right now because everything's being watched big time right now. Before, it was being ignored. They didn't give a fuck. That's why it was just like, how do you strike a chord? How can we actually show Warner Brothers, DC, AT&T, Warner Media? How can we show them that there's an audience for it? We got to show some analytics. We got to, I don't know. It's just, there's so many things that were thrown out there, and when it came to the campaigns, and of course I get accused of like shitting on the campaigns. Basically, I just said like, no, go for it. You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. Just like how, can I be critical? Yes. I didn't think the phone call was a good idea. I didn't think it was a good idea. And then when it kept going and going and going, I went, okay, now it's definitely not a good idea. That's what I remember even saying that. But if you wanted to do it, I wasn't going to stop you. Just like these guys can actually like criticize me and how I do my things, which they do constantly. But once I criticize them, oh man, now I've crossed the line. It's not a two-way street. And I think it's because I have a bigger following, a bigger reach. Which you think then they'd be even nice. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I try to make sense of it, but it doesn't make any sense. And, yeah, I mean, there's probably been times, and I know there's been times where I've been a little overly, mean about some things. And I've said, okay, yeah, pull back on that. Let's pull back on that. I don't need to comment, and I'm just going to step out of the mosh pit, and then we'll be good. But what needed to happen was Snyder needed to happen. And I know, like, these guys think that they're the reason why things are at now. They're part of the reason. I'll give them that because you keep the Snyder Cut still every day. Something's being tweeted. Something's out there. But of course, it almost got turned into a meme. When you're seeing like people just going, "Oh my God, these guys, they won't shut up. They're doing this. They're doing that." It was getting to a point where it was turning in it almost seemed like it was turning into a meme. But then all of a sudden, Snyder decided to utilize the fan base and coordinate something. And then bam. Now we're in a good spot. So thank you, Snyder, for doing that. Because it was turning bad. It was turning bad. Where it's just like, I kept on telling you guys. I was like, oh, we're in it for the long haul, guys. Who knows? Snyder's working on a totally other movie. Who knows when the fuck this thing is going to be able to come out. Pat, just find a spot, relax. Yeah. But, hey. Everybody can play a part. Everybody does play a part. And just keep on, I just wish that we could just be a little more positive. That's all now. Especially right now. Things are delicate. The Cavill thing, it's just a lot of things are delicate, man. And we just don't want something to just fuck it up, And and you can't tell me that the reason why Snyder posted the image of the bins or whatever, the cases with the reels in them, you can't tell me that wasn't just a response. That was a response of Cavill, because of Cavill. I think he was really hoping that Cavill would tweet out, release a Snyder Cut. He was really hoping for it. Because everybody else did. I know Ezra Miller doesn't have a social media, but he would totally do it if he had a social media. He would. 100%. But even he's in a tough spot because he wants to get his movie. That's the thing. It's like they're in similar spots. But Cavill is out there right now. Miller has nothing out there right now. Cavill has The Witcher he's promoting. Cavill has an Instagram. Miller has jack and shit. So he easily avoided it. But I know damn well that he would support Snyder Cut 100 fucking percent. Cavill's he's the least devoted, man. He is. Accept it. Accept it, but don't cancel him out. That's the thing. Don't do that. That's all I beg. I'm like, don't cancel him out. And then there was like a new campaign that came out where, hey, go to Cavill's Instagram and release the Snyder Cut to Instagram, the picture of the... And I was like, that's not good. Don't patronize him. Don't go after, Danny Garcia. I just was like, you guys, this is a sensitive thing. I didn't think those are good ideas. I didn't think those were good ideas, but whatever. I'm not going to sit there and bitch about it 24/7. I was just like, I'm just going to sit back and be like, all right, guys, you do your thing. That's fine. But we'll see what happens, man. It's all just kind of up in the air right now. It'd be nice if we could get it by Christmas, but it's not going to happen. We still got to be patient. And I even said it in my video, my Calla video, just patience. I've been saying it, patience. That's the thing is, nobody can be patient. Not nowadays. Where it's very hard for human beings to be patient nowadays. Because we have everything so instantly that we just can't just be, patient. That's why instant gratification, everybody wants that. And I'm just like, no. Trust me, if I want an instant gratification, I'd be like antsy too, but I'm just kind of like, well, wait and see when we get the details. Certain things. Because obviously, I get accused of spreading lies, David. Lies! Aren't you guys sick of me spreading lies? What else do I talk about? Christmas? Ugh. Can't believe it's already that time. You know what I'm going to do this weekend? And I hope I get it all fucking done. I don't want to go to any stores. I don't need to. Even though I get paid tomorrow. I'll be tempted. But maybe, I don't know. That's the thing is like places like Kohl's. I know some of you guys don't know what that is. It's a clothing store. Very popular here in the Southern California region. That's where I get pretty much all my clothes. Just good clothes, cheap prices. Well, their whole gimmick is they mark everything down to make it seem like you're getting a deal. But they do like certain things. They give you like Kohl's dollars. Hey, you got to use it between this time and you can get this, that, and this. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. But they have good clothes and sometimes they have really good sales. So maybe I'll do that this week and see what's going on there. But probably not. I don't need clothes right now. I made another drunken purchase and I bought a watch. You guys know how I am with watches. And I'm like, God damn it. I didn't even realize I did that. Don't go on Amazon. But it was on sale. It was like a pre-Black Friday. Nice watch. It was like half off, I think. Or maybe it was like 40% off. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm actually wearing it right now. It's nice. It's an Invicta Rolex Submariner homage. Yeah. So I'm wearing a fake Rolex. Essentially. It's nice though. Invicta makes nice watches. They've been around for like 150 years or something like that. They just make it cheaper. You just gotta wonder. I mean, I was talking about that with my coworker today because he's into watches too, and it's just like, how are these companies able to just charge that much for these watches? Well, some of them, you can understand when they're made of like 16 karat gold or the sterling silver or just, I don't know, jewels, like all these diamonds on it. Yeah, I can understand that, but it's just like a standard Rolex. Like if you were to take this watch that I'm wearing right now and put it next to the actual Rolex Submariner, it's like anybody, most people, 9 out of 10, they're going to be like, I'm going to get this one that looks pretty much the same. And it's like, it's the price is like 98% off the price of the Rolex. But like I said, my goal in life is to actually purchase a Rolex fully, walk out with it, and be like, look at that. I'm successful enough where I was able to purchase a Rolex. No payments, because they actually do that shit. My coworker told me, he's like, yeah, you can actually go in a Rolex place and you can like finance it. I'm like, it's not a fucking car. But it's some of these watches are the same price as fucking cars. It does baffle my mind. Like, I get it. It's like quality material that's in there, but it's like, at the same time, as much as I love watches, man, I'm not going to fucking spend that much. Like I said, this one was on sale pre-Black Friday, and I love it. I fucking love it. I'm like, fuck yeah. It looks like that. It's the homage to that Rolex, and I'm all set. Anyways, but Christmas shopping. I'm just going to go around Amazon, I'm going to shop in my robe, sitting on my ass. And just try to find shit for my family. And try to get it all done this weekend. So it all gets here by next week. And then that's it. I'll be done hopefully. And it's funny too because I have no idea what to get anybody. I just want to Ninja Star gift cards at everybody. But if I do some searching maybe, I like try to tune in. Like, what is my mom like? What's my dad like? What's my brother like? Then maybe I'll be like, okay, I got this. I don't want to wait till the last minute. Never doing that ever again. Fuck no. Emma Stone, by the way, is engaged. God damn it! Yeah, just got there's a notification from Google People Magazine. See Emma Stone's unique pearl engagement ring from fiancé Dave McCary. Well, at least she's with a Dave. Fuck. That's alright. I don't care. I'm happy for her. I don't do that chick thing where I'm like, oh my god, he's getting married. I got a friend who, like, anytime that when she tells me about her little crushes, which is mainly athletes, anytime they post pictures with like a girlfriend or something like that, she's always like, ah! And I'm like, what? Shut up. You really think you had a shot? But, yeah, so Emma Stone's engaged. Good for her. Hopefully Andrew Garfield's fine. I remember they were on and off for a bit. Speaking of crying, Tom Holland cried to Bob Iger, apparently, drunk at a pub when all the Spider-Man shit was coming out. And that's what saved it. Really, Tom? Really? That's what saved it? Bob Iger was all, man, this kid's crying. This kid is crying. I might make a fucking parody video about this. I didn't read the whole thing, but he was on Jimmy Kimmel, and he mentioned that he called him up crying. It's probably just all, who knows. When it comes to Tom Holland, sometimes, remember, he leaks stuff on accident. So it's probably just all bullshit anyways. But, yeah, he said that. And I was just like, why would you want that information out there? Why would you really want that out there? I wouldn't want that out there, that I drunk fucking dialed Bob Iger and cried to him. It's all bullshit. It's a bullshit story. It's a bullshit story. That did not happen. But if it did, that's fucking sad. Alright, let's go to the questions now. Huh? Said if you want to ask questions, just hit me up on the Twitter and type in Film Junket Podcast hashtag, and I'll be able to do that right for you. Alright, here we go. Frank and the Fandom. Oh, shit. Oh, crap. Did I just fuck up my audio, please? No. Okay, we're good. Just almost knocked over my microphone. Frank and the Phantom, he asked, top 5 Christmas movies besides Die Hard. Not gonna do that. I don't know. Home Alone, of course, is up there. My all-time favorite is Christmas Vacation, of course. So, you got those. What about Die Hard 2? It's technically a Christmas movie, too. It takes place a year later. Or was it 2 years later? I don't know. J.D. McCrae asked, I've heard that Jared Leto is in the Birds of Prey via scenes from Suicide Squad. Do you think there will be scenes we have never seen before, or will use scenes we saw in SS? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, because, I mean, how much footage? Remember, Jared Leto said there was like a whole movie that was cut out. So, yeah, they can easily use footage of him, and they will, and it's kind of shitty. I don't know. Legion of Doom 15 asked, over under on the Snyder Cut coming out in 6 months. Let's see, 6. I mean, over under. I would say that's like I would say, man, 70% chance. 65. I don't know. Like I said, things are just like just up in the air right now. But I remember hearing like they wanted. I don't know. But I mean, HBO Max comes out in May, and that's like a little less than 6 months from now. I don't know. Or 6 months from now. I don't know. Jonathan Sanchez. He asked, with the new Batman movie coming out, is it likely that Warner Brothers creates different universes, worlds? Do you ever think we'll get a Static Shock movie? It would fill that diversity role every studio is trying to go for. Probably not right now, but eventually maybe. I think they're pretty good. Matt McGo asked, where do you see your channel going in a couple years? Well, hopefully getting grander, where I could do more things, and, I don't know. I try not to really think about that. I mean, I would love to take it to a point where I'd have like a channel that is every day is pumping out some stuff, even if it's not just me. There's other people also pumping out stuff, keeping the news up, talking about new movies and this, that, and this. That's where I'd like to see it go. Ferris saw Joker. Ferris, you finally saw Joker. What's your dream round table of film directors? Mine would be Zack Snyder, James Cameron, Edgar Wright, Ridley Scott. I like those. Add Quentin Tarantino in there. I think that'd be sweet to add some Tarantino in there. Even Scorsese would be interesting to get somebody really old school in there. That'd be that's who I'd add to that table. I like your table, but I'd want to add those guys. Scorsese and Tarantino, add them. Trying to think of anybody else. You know what? And just for shits and giggle, fucking Michael Bay. Why not? It'd be so diverse and whatever the shit. But Dave, that's a bunch of white guys. Yeah, I know. My bad. You can put Jordan Peele in there. Ryan Rivera. If you could pick one small clip from the Snyder Cut to be leaked, which would it be? For me, it's Flight 2.0. Yeah, I think that might probably be mine too. That'd be a cool one to see. Superman Reborn. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Brad Curran. Full question now with all... Oh, did you ask one before? Oh, no, you did. Oh, yeah, you did. All right, let me ask you... First he asked, so, Zach's killing it lately, huh? That's the question. Yeah, okay, good. You fuck. Yeah, he is killing it. Then he asked, full question now. With all the buzz the Snyder Cut is getting now, what would you think is the best way to officially announce it? Also, with all the recent Stephen King... Okay, well, all the Stephen King movies, what prior one do you think should get some kind of reboot? I vote the Langoliers. I can never say that one right. The Langoliers. Langoliers? I don't know. Okay, what's the best way to announce it? The best way to announce it is if Snyder gets word and they agree on it and he goes, let me announce it. And he goes live on Vero and says and does it and posts a trailer. Yep, that'd be the best way. He goes live on Vero, says we did it, it's coming. The stuff that needs to be tweaked and I need to finish that I want to do, but here's a trailer. And then he shows the fucking trailer. That would be sweet. And then which Stephen King, recent Stephen King, yeah. I would say the Tommyknockers. What about the Tommyknockers? Little alien invasion movie. Not bad. Remember there was that movie, a miniseries with the Golden Years? I think that was what it was called. That's a cool one. Christine Probably be a good one to reboot. They could be updated. Christine was but that's a classic movie. It's good stuff. So one of those maybe. Miguel M, yes. So Dave, it seems like every day now Zach does something to get us all hyped up. How long do you think the streak will keep going? Well, you got to remember, it's not every day. There was like a little bit of okay, let's relax a little bit. And then all of a sudden it's just like booms again because he's just like, fuck this. Miguel also asks, I also know you talk politics a bit, Dave. What are your thoughts on Kamala Harris dropping out of the presidential race? Thank God! I thought Gabbard gave her no choice. Yeah, Gabbard is awesome. It doesn't make any fucking sense why the Democratic Party is not supporting Tulsi Gabbard. I don't get it. Kamala Harris was a fucking nutcase. You just listen to interviews with her. She was so blowhardy and just insane sounding with her laughter. And I could tell you she's supposed to be running shit in certain part of California. She's not doing a good job. Just saying. California is just fucking, it's shit. Horrible fucking, yeah. But of course, the reason why that she dropped out is because she's black. Even though she's not full black. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but the reason why you dropped out is because people of your party, so you're calling Democrats and liberals racist. That's what you're doing. Because nobody on the right was supporting you. Nobody on the right is supporting anybody of these people. So you can't blame the right. So you're blaming your own party for being racist. Good job. You're eating your own. Fucking retarded. Jesus Christ. I hate politics now. It's so bad. But I'm so glad. And Tulsi Gabbard is awesome. If she makes it, I will vote for her. She was just recently on Joe Rogan's podcast. Loved everything she said. She dropped an F-bomb. I love that. She dropped an F-bomb. And it doesn't make sense because I remember seeing tweets like, now that Kamala Harris is out, there's a bunch of white people. Tulsi Gabbard's not white. She's Hawaiian. She has military. She served in the military. She's Hawaiian. She's a woman. Listen to her. But it's so funny. I remember seeing Samantha Bee on TBS. There's so many women that are running for president, and then there's Tulsi Gabbard. Like, what is your deal with her? She fucking checkmarks so many things that the Democratic Party wants. She's not white. She's not a man. She's young. She served in the military. Oh, it doesn't make sense. But the fact of the matter is, she thinks level-headedly. The left, super liberal fucking people, they don't know what the fuck they're thinking. They don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. I don't understand it anymore. I don't. Because I listened to Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, she handed Kamala Harris's ass to her. I saw the clips. I didn't watch the whole thing because I can't not do that. Fuck that. I could never fucking watch a full debate. I want to just rip my goddamn ears off. Because it's just everybody's full of shit. But when I listen to Tulsi and even Andrew Yang, yeah, by the way, the people that were saying like, oh, there's nothing about whiteys up there. No, there's 2 people of color up there still. But it's people that you guys don't want to fucking support. Jesus Christ. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, it just seems like Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard are the fucking level-headed ones. But I saw a video recently of Andrew Yang like, oh, fucking, he was doing something weird. Like spraying whipped cream in people's mouths. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. Tulsi Gabbard, when you listen to her talk, she sounds like a smart person. She doesn't sound like she's full of shit. She goes and talks to the opposite. See, that's the problem with the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris said something like, oh yeah, you went on Fox News. How dare you go on Fox News? How dare you go talk to the opposition? When you run the fucking country, you have to run everybody. Did they not realize this? That when you run the country, you can't just fucking say, well, half these people I don't give a fuck about. That's not how it works. Remember when Hillary Clinton called half the country deplorable? Like, how the fuck are you supposed to be president when you call half the citizens deplorable? When you insult, you can't do that. Why? We need somebody that tries to appeal to both. It's like, what the fuck? When it comes to Trump, he's not conservative. Fuck, no. No, Trump is contrumpetive. That's what Trump is. Trump is him. There's like conservatives that do not like him because he does not go with conservative values all the time. If you think Trump is a conservative, he's not. He's like his own fucking thing. But the fact of the matter is like, he's done some stuff and it's like, yeah, economy's kind of been on a boost and he's running things like a business. Things are kind of been running like a business and people won't give him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like sitting there going, okay, I've said it before, when he did that tax break thing, it wasn't just, everybody thought he just did it with rich people, and I'm like, no, I was getting more money on my paycheck. Yeesh, I was getting more money. And is everything he's doing perfect? No, of course not. And he's a douche, I'll give him that, but same time, I love it when he tweets out, like when he tweeted out that picture of his head on Rocky's body. And then everybody for that day was just quote tweeting, and just going, look at this guy, look at this fucking asshole. There's headlines being written about it. And it's like, you guys fall into his trap. He knew that you guys were going to do that, and then it just fucking went viral. It fucking went viral. And then all of a sudden, you got the people in Hong Kong, the protesters in Hong Kong, they love Trump. They love him. They wish they had something like that there. And mind you, these people are craving democracy because of all the China shit. And they want Trump there. And people here are like, he's killing democracy. We have it too good here, folks. We are spoiled brats. We are fucking spoiled brats. We have run out of problems. We have fucking run out of problems. That's why it's just like, it's constantly this and this, you know. It's little fucking stupid problems that we have. The people that are tweeting all the time, it's like, congratulations, you're tweeting from that device that you purchased, that you can constantly look at, that runs at great speed. You have the power of the Apollo fucking spaceship in the palm of your hand, that you can get instant everything on it, and blah, blah, blah. And guess what? You're getting in your car, you got air conditioning, you're going to a restaurant, somebody's serving you food, and it's delicious. You're coming home, you're going to your flat screen TV, that you're streaming all kinds of movies and content to it. Yeah, you have it good, you spoiled brat. Fucking spoiled brat. So you need something. Oh, what is it? No, it's the Orange Man. We gotta blame all the bad shit. All the bad shit's on the Orange Man. That's why everything's so bad. Really, it's so bad, right? So bad. Yes, I have it so bad. I mean, look at me right now. I'm recording a podcast that I'm going to upload onto a service that I pay a small fee for, or I'm going to upload on a service that I don't pay anything for, and I can make a little money on it. It's kind of nice, and you guys get to hear it all around the world. That's right. Anybody who wants to hear this can just click on it all around the world. It's there. My God, life fucking is rough. Life's so fucking rough. Yeah, I know it's different for different people. I get that, guys. But there's a lot of people that complain and say they have it bad, but they don't. They don't. I would say most people have it pretty damn good, but yeah, we do have to fix some certain things. I will say that. Oh, God, I went off on a rant there. Mr. Scott, Durfell McGuffin. So how close to the end of the Snyder Cut tunnel are we? I mean, the light does keep getting a little bigger with things. There's still going to be time though, man. We're still not there. It's still just like a glimmer, you know. It's bigger than it was. I mean, before there was like a hint where you had to squint your eyes and be like, oh yeah, there's something there. But now there's like a ball, you know. You can actually like put your fist up there and like be like a small like bouncy ball, you know. There's that, and it just keeps getting bigger. It's gonna get to like a racquetball, then a tennis ball, baseball, softball, and then hopefully, I don't know. But right now, I think we're at like bouncy ball. because negotiations need to continue on happening. Clayton, he asks, semi-real talk, if Snyder Cut gets really received well, what are the chances they could bring the cast back for like a month or two to film enough to add to the other hour and a half of JL2? Yeah, I know, right? Because if there was a 5-hour assembly cut, my God, what else could there be? I don't know. It's going to be kind of rough. I think the hardest person to get back would be Affleck, and then, yeah, that's would be probably the hardest one to get back, and Cavill as well. Cavill and Affleck would be hard to get fully back. I don't know. It's going to be that's an interesting question. Corey Hobbs, yes. I wonder why John Campea doesn't even seem to support the Snyder Cut. I would think if you don't believe it exists, then you'd still want to at least support it. He claims he loves Man of Steel so much. Well, he tweeted today because and like I said, it's not the best idea to be petty and just start fucking bombarding, dogpiling on him. I get he's a dick. I would say just wait till after this shit's done. He said, hey, yeah, I hope the Snyder... He actually said that he hopes the Snyder Cut comes out, but he doesn't believe it's finished. And he's perfectly free to fucking say that. He doesn't believe the thing's finished. I think he said #finish and release the Snyder Cut. And I'm like, okay, that's good enough. That's fine. So he is showing support. He's just not showing support like we want him to. But he is. He's showing support in the fact that he said #finish and release the Snyder Cut. And I know there's people out there that think, oh no, it's done. It's finished. It's finished. All they got to do is release it. I'm like, if that was the case, it would already be out there. And it's not the case. It's not the case. But right now, it's not about how much it's finished anymore. It's just about fucking keeping the positive hype up. That's all it is. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Worry about the logistics later, okay? They're negotiating. Keep the hype up right now. Be positive. Stop being dicks. Anybody that's showing support, don't call him a pastimer. Don't call him a pansy. Don't call him anything. Be like, cool, they're supporting? All right, fantastic. Don't call him a hypocrite. Don't call him out by saying, like, remember they said this before. No, fuck that. Stop doing that. Just be positive. Just keep the buzz up. That's all we got to do. Just keep the fucking buzz up. And then afterwards, you can go to fucking town on him. Everybody. After it's released, go to fucking town. All right, guys. That is the podcast. Oh, there comes you guys can hear that. It's my noisy neighbor. Okay, I don't know why he does this, but he talks like he has like his earbud in, and he talks on the phone when he's like, I don't know, parking his car or putting in his garage. He just, it's so annoying. Because he's like, who are you talking to for like 10 o'clock at night? And he talks like with a loud voice, and it echoes throughout here. It's like, we can all hear you, dude. Sorry. Anyways, you guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Anyways, follow me on all the sock meds that are down below. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon if you want to help out. I got shirts too, guys. Who want some shirts? I mean, and they're pretty cool shirts, man. I mean, I'm proud of some of those shirts. I remember looking at them again. I'm like, wow, I actually did a good job. I was kind of creative with some of these shirts. So go check those out. I'll probably remove some of the other ones, though. You know, some of them don't look like that good, but I thought some of them were pretty creative. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you clicking in and listening. I will talk to you later.